Hey, greetings. I believe we are online here. This is Ben with M2teach. I gotta check a couple things here to make sure we're on. And I am live. So we are live. And greetings from Sacramento, California. And I gotta unplug this mic or I'm gonna get feedback. So I got some really fantastic news. I got my audio finally down pat pretty good, and that was kind of bugging me a little bit, but I got a lot of good stuff in store for you. And Ben Kownack, I'm from Sacramento, California, actually North Highlands, and I'm in the beginning stages of this multimedia little nonprofit startup. So let's give you some information on what I'm trying to do here, and it should be coming in crystal clear because this is 1080 at 30p, so I'm pretty happy. What I'm going to show you here is actually Sacramento. Sacramento, I've been here about 4.5–5 years, and the amount of greenery and trees, it's very dog friendly. And very tech friendly too. So up to the left there you'll see my dog, my mom's dog, Mimi. I actually, a lot of people don't know this, I am also a caregiver. I've taken the responsibility of helping take care of my mom. My mom is in the bottom right there. She is 76 years of age. She's a disabled vet. She's in a wheelchair. She gets around a little bit. But I've been doing caregiving and doing tech, so thus I'm kind of sometimes just a part-time startup person, and I have to balance my energies and responsibilities. But also Sacramento has a great light rail. It's just a fantastic city for a startup and beginning budding entrepreneurs. You're 90 miles away from San Francisco in talent without the expense. You got fantastic food, and you also have a plethora Sacramento startup leaders, tech peers, and amazing co-working companies. And what I mean by that is I've always hasn't been the perfect entrepreneurial. I've really lacked some of the resources and some responsibility until lately, where now I've gotten my act together, and Sacramento is just the people, some of these peers right here, Brandon Weber, Richard Foreman, Gina Lugin, Eric Aldrich, Laura Good, are just fantastic in what they've accomplished with the co-working spaces, and it's some of the 4th largest co-working space in the United States. So I want to give a big thank you, and that if it wasn't for you guys and some of your being hard on me and being, saying be responsible and get your act together, that I've gone forward. We also got to throw a big shout out to the mayor, Daryl, and he's just a big supporter of also the homeless and the tech scene quite a bit. He's gotten I think a new tech company coming in with for automobiles, and the other one is Verizon 5G is in town, so that's really going to be kind of exciting. So right now you can kind of see me. I'm kind of switching back and forth here, but and some of the next pictures will give you some details on what I'm trying to do and where I'm going and what kind of technology and what got me into M2teach, or moms to teach, media to teach. What drove me into that, and part of my background. I have about 15 years of tech support 1, 2, and 3. I've probably taken over, I'd say 90,000 calls, and one of the things is having a single mom and looking at an issue is the lack of tech support for training or getting the right support at the right time and getting the right resources to learn something or to get a better job for a single mom or a single dad and get some help. And that brings me to this next event, the Day of Security. It's a big event. I'm a big supporter, and I'm a volunteer for this too. I've donated money and time, and I'm going to donate my video services. The three accomplishments, what I want to try to do with this is I want to record some of the keynotes. I want to stream some of it live, and I want to protect the privacy of people who don't want to be filmed, and get the most valuable aspects so other people. There's probably a number of women, this is in San Francisco. How many people can actually get downtown to San Francisco? This is so valuable. This is beyond what anyone, a regular course like this would be in the thousands of dollars. That's why eventually I would love to see more and more of this content in an online MOOC or an online video conferencing with Zoom. There's a number of combinations with that. But that gets me to the next point here. Where I'm going with some of this is I'm a really monstrous book reader. I really like my books. And one of the books I've read about, I'd say 15, 20 years, the Cluetrain Manifesto. Beautiful book written by some of the most talented people, inventor, developer of Java. Some people worked at Sun Microsystems. These people really had their pulse on some where the web started and where it was going. And I think we've kind of lost touch. And the main theme here is the Cluetrain Manifesto states the web is social and collaborative. Thus, conversations create sales. He said conversation creates sales, but I'm one to my computer, I'm one to Amazon. Now, when you're one to a computer, you're just going where you're sending a video out to someone. You're not getting a full duplex conversation. Just like when you're talking to your buddies online with gaming, that creates sales. And hey, how many widgets can you? Or you're with your girlfriend and you're having conversations. And even markets are conversations. So what does this mean for the industry and tech, or what I'm trying to do? Well, it means interactive broadcasting. It means you just can't throw a website up. You gotta have some type of feedback loop, and you gotta bring in the experts. So for an example, you might be live streaming and you can find your super users or your super fans and bring them right into the event and saying, okay, you've been really complaining about the product or the app. Show me the app and show me how you want it to work. On top of that, you can have a real-time audience with real questions, chat. And I think also some of the newer technologies I don't think people realize, the up-and-coming World Championship soccer matches, those are going to be streamed with something called WebRTC. And RTC stands for real-time communications, meaning you just need a browser and a microphone or speaker and maybe a little webcam, or you don't even need a webcam. But what it means basically is you can do unified communications or video conferencing right from your browser. You should Google this. This is really in depth and has been around. Chrome supports it. Mozilla supports it. Safari's getting better. They've had some glitches here and there. I haven't tested it lately on that, but I will. And the next thing we're going to talk about is, so M2teach, multimedia to teach, or many to teach. So where am I going to go with this? So the next step is 6 months ago I purchased WireCast, and pleasantly surprised. It's one of the easiest. It's even better than Premiere in some ways, in that Before, I used to struggle in Premiere about editing and getting it just right and then uploading it. This you just set it up a little bit and stream it live and adjust it on the fly. And it archives by itself from either YouTube or wherever you ever want to send it. But just the amazing amount of communication power, and we're going to get into some superpowers too. But pleased where this is going, and see many opportunities. So this is another shot of the internal workings of WireCast. So why would I want to use WireCast and for different other things here? And one of the things here, I'm going to show you something here. Say now to add 10x superpowers to WireCast. We at Crowdcast.io. Crowdcast has distribution of multiple social and video streams and integration of video conferencing, thus combining Zoom, BlueJeans, Twitch, Facebook. Basically, when we come back here, what we're looking at is I bring in my pretty video conferencing or different users, or even a screen capture of an application or a program. I bring in other users or subject matter experts, and then I can stream it to 3 different accounts in YouTube, 5 Facebook accounts, and many Periscopes. But it's just an amazing amount of full duplex, where you don't have to worry about some of the loose ends. So this is kind of a demo. This is just the basics of a Crowdcast.io setup, where you might have one person, an expert, chatting with their group or their fam. Meaning you're going to have a platform. Basically, this is a platform for your people or your hobbyist. And one of the biggest ones, I think, was 30,000 people. But it has other functions. So say we're going further here. This is one part. Then we bring in up to 4. You still can chat with your end users here. But imagine now with Zoom and other integration, you can chat with 30 to 50 people, or bring in different people in different groups and set up your applications. Now, has this been done before? Yes, it has. So the top women in Silicon Valley share tips and tech. I believe this was done a couple months ago, and I looked at it, and you can actually go to Crowdcast.io and watch this. Getting back into the polish, this technology is still in its adolescence, I'd say, but it's still in a huge mega transformation, especially with 5G services and live streaming really taking off in all the social media aspects, because live streaming media really gets to the heart and just in time, that you don't have to wait. Meaning, from a website, I can hit a button and someone can just appear from my browser saying, hey, how can I help you? Or just a combination of that. So we're going to get more into this. I'm still kind of testing this out. And it's just extremely fun in a way, scary and fun in a way to do this live streaming, because the timing can get off, and you can't really see the expectations of how you think it went and if it went okay. But like all the feedback, and hopefully in the next one I'll work in the green screen and bring some guest speakers in. So this has been Kownack from Sacramento. I'm going to show you one last thing, a call to action here. And this is the day of security, what I was talking about earlier. It's a one-day conference advocating the inclusion of women and diversification of cybersecurity. This event is about a week and a half. It's getting close now, and I think watch on the tweet, and I put the website on there too. There, we got the website a little bit better here. Here's the Platinum sponsors. And it's a one-day conference advocating the inclusion of women and diversification of cybersecurity. I just love this tweet, in that people are stepping up. There's going to be over 1 million open jobs in cybersecurity. I think this is the perfect opportunity for single moms to college women to get in a fantastic career. Imagine you can be able to use this job to work at home. I see just a phenomenal amount of opportunities and the power of women getting into cybersecurity. And it's not all technical. There's many other opportunities. It's not as dry as you think. But I got 3 goals here: to stream this live and record it efficiently on high quality. And the third one is protect privacy. And the 4th one is to demonstrate some of the interactive media capabilities in the future. 2019 security event, possibly. I'd like to see 5,000 or 8,000 online users take part in this online too when they can't make it to San Francisco. This has been Kownack from Sacramento. It's 8:37 right now. Might be off an hour, but I'm going to get back to my main thing here, and I still have that security thing. That's funny. I'll leave that up there. It just gives you so much power. And there's my logo coming back there. But I'm just in astonishment of the quality and the sophistication of technologies nowadays. Amazing. But people, have a great day. And I was long-winded today, but I hope you enjoy the stream.